Hi, I'm Tom Conley with DP Technology, the makers of ESPRIT CAM system. I'm an engineer for ESPRIT, and for most of the last decade, I've been working on building solutions for Millturn machines, and then implementing those solutions all across the US. And those same solutions are also implemented globally, not just in my own backyard. Working with these complex machines, you would be surprised at what they can do, and you'd be shocked at what they weren't being used for. I've been in shops that run complex B-head Millturn machines like 2-axis lathes because they lack the tools needed to make those machines run to their fullest potential. These are really dream machines. We will show you how to make these dreams a productive reality. ESPRIT CAM and Millturn machines equals ROI. Millturn, multitasking, integrated manufacturing machine tools. No matter what you call them, these done-in-one machine tools are super powerful and productive, but only if you can program them effectively and correctly. ESPRIT has spent the last 25 years dedicated to building a CAM solution with our OEM partners to serve this complex application. If you have one of these dream machines, make it a productive reality with ESPRIT. This is done through edit-free certified post-processors. These solutions are post and go. Through unparalleled and proven ability to decrease programming time, setup time, and cycle times. Supporting an advanced virtual digital twin simulation, all with integrated and modeless milling and turning cycles in the same native programming environment. We were working with a company who was struggling with CAM. This is pretty typical of a lot of shops. It's common to see. They had problems with their old solutions from day one. They couldn't get any support. Anytime they called in, they'd have to wait for someone to call them back. And sometimes they wouldn't even receive a call back. The post-processors gave them problematic code, to be polite. They were basically paying one guy to program, one to edit the supposedly perfect code, and then an operator to sit and wait for the other two to finish figuring out why the machines keep alarming out with the new programs. The entire time they were thinking, I thought CAM software was supposed to streamline your machining process. They were frustrated, and they were the bottleneck of their company's growth. After demonstration of ESPRIT for their 2 and 3 channel machines, they decided to implement it in their shop. In the first 6 months, their savings were in the 7 figures range. And that happens again every 6 months they use ESPRIT instead of their previous poor solution. Their ROI on ESPRIT was weeks, not months or years. They did this with cycle time improvements, but also there was no more need to tie up the other person who was editing the code. Then the setup time is significantly reduced too by using good documentation created by ESPRIT's report generator. Tracking these metrics is important. It's these individual pieces that add up to your ROI. Everything drives back to ROI. With ESPRIT, ROI is relatively quick. Time savings in cycle time and programming time. But also, think about reprogramming of legacy parts. That same customer I was just talking about reprogrammed one of their main product components, and it went from 20 minutes to 6 minutes. And the company doesn't matter. The story's the same. Shop after shop after shop that adopts ESPRIT, the story is the same. Edit-free G-code from certified post-processors. Decreased programming time, decreased setup time, decreased cycle times, advanced machine simulation to ensure a collision-free environment, and the best-in-class support. Do I have your attention? I mean, does this make sense? Another customer I spoke with recently, he just converted to ESPRIT. The first sentence out of this customer's mouth was, after I bought ESPRIT, my business increased by 30%. Do you know why? Because he could do so much more with ESPRIT and more efficiently too. The key thing is he grew. Do I have your attention now? ROI. That is what CAM is intended to do. A to Z, full stop. Let's look at why ESPRIT and why ESPRIT is so special in this Millturn environment. What is Millturn? It's B-head. It's lower turret. It's 2-spindle 2 turret. 2-spindle 3 turret. We run them all, Millturn and Swiss, plus your standard mills, lathes, and wire EDM machines. There is no secret sauce here. It takes hard work. It takes relationships with OEM machine tool builders. We started doing this with Wire EDM. By going to the Wire EDM OEM machine tools and taking their G-code and their databases, their cutting conditions, their powers, feed rates, and offsets, and brought all of that data into Espri's native programming environment. And then we did that same strategy with all kinds of machine tool builders over time. The foundation of our business is to be in concert with OEMs. These Millturn machines can cut processes. They cut the need for repeated manual intervention. There is less setup time, simplified fixturing. They're easily automated with bar feeders, so they can be so productive. And the ROI can be incredibly short, even with the most advanced high-end machines. Historically, people have bought these machine tools based on the vision of what could be a very efficient machine tool. But they couldn't drive it. We give them the ability to make these dream machines work like the dream machines they wanted when they bought the machine tool in the first place. With Esprit, you can actualize your vision of Millturn programming. The foundation of our success and the success of our customers comes from our history and what we have built at our OEM partners in the machine tool industry. We are globally connected with almost every single OEM in the world. But these relationships and why we have them started many years ago. Back when we had Mori partner up with us to directly deliver Esprit to their customers, their most complex machines were not being used to their full potential due to lack of CAM functionality from the end user. They realized that complex machines need to be complemented by a good CAM software that can match that high level of functionality. Well, we make their machines look good. We are able to produce post-processors for these advanced machine tools by working with partners, by living inside the OEM world, at their facilities, on their factory floor, working inside of their tech centers, and cutting parts out on their showroom floor. This transfer of knowledge allowed us to build these solutions. Mori, did you know that over 8,000 Esprit licenses are distributed by Mori Seiki? And the confidence that an OEM has to have in the solution to do distribution with a CAM company is huge. Why would they send out stuff unless they know it works? They gave us the most complex machines to work with and support. Established big OEMs aren't going to put CAM software on their machine tools unless it does the job. They have confidence in us to build the solutions necessary to drive those machine tools, to make them look good, and to give confidence in their machines. Or Mazak in the VIP partnership. It's the value-inspired partners. We have a full-time AE dedicated to Mazak and the VIP program. We have a desk in their corporate headquarters. And it's not just their corporate headquarters, it's several tech centers across the US, like Chicago, LA, and Atlanta. We build these solutions while working with their experts, not just reading a programming manual and G&M code list. Or at Okuma. When you look at what we did inside of Okuma's Partners in Think facility, over a decade ago, when we stationed a full-time AE at Okuma's Partners in Think facility, the only other guy there was Sandvik. Everyone else would show up when there was a show or a meeting. We changed the dynamic when our AE moved into that building. That was his full-time office. He had no desk at the Esprit office, only Okuma. The people that were there the most out of any of the partners was Esprit. We defined the partnership and system, doing 75% of their demos for their shows and open houses. We programmed alongside their AEs. We built the solutions there and in parallel with our other resources in other offices, even working directly with Okuma America and the Okuma Corporate Japan. The history has given Esprit and its engineers invaluable experience and knowledge. This experience allows us to make the solution. We make the solution to run these machine tools. Esprit engineers know what they are doing, and they've been doing it for a long time. We're not just holding these desks in positions at the OEMs to put meat in a seat. We are constantly improving and helping them show off how good their machines can be, not just holding a position so we say we are there. We continue to grow and build solutions. Over 3,500 machine solutions developed and published, covering the entire spectrum of CNC equipment. Code. Our agenda is to make code to run machine tools. A lot of hard work goes into making the solutions for Millturn. Not just solutions either, but documentation to go along with it to show you how to get the most out of your machine the way your shop runs it. Each post-processor is its own R&D project. 2-channel, 3-channel, they are very complex. Do you know how many exchange types can be supported on a Millturn machine? 15. 15 exchange types in those environments. It is not for the faint of heart. These are the details we know and understand and have implemented through years of experience. Even technically good code may not be great. Just because it doesn't throw alarms or crash doesn't make it a great program. You need great processes. ESPRIT supplies superior cutting cycles that are industry specific. Take, for example, advanced simultaneous 5-axis milling operations like our impeller cycle, or blade roughing and finishing, or any of the other dozens of specific 3, 4, and 5-axis roughing and finishing cycles developed by ESPRIT. We are able to offer those advanced cycles because we are direct. We are DP technology and we do our own R&D. We make our own cycles, we make our own posts, and all of these solutions are shared company-wide. No more half-baked solutions from resellers or third-party companies where you can't get a straight answer. Only official, certified ESPRIT solutions by the ESPRIT team of engineers. And we have the best team of engineers in the industry. Our technical support is second to none. You can have the best product in the world, but without training and support, you are out of luck. ESPRIT prides ourselves on providing the best technical support in the industry, with an average response time of under 30 minutes. Our specialists go beyond the software to also understand your processes, workflow, and machine tools. These machines are becoming more popular. They are more frequently purchased because of their abilities to be done in one, or to be more efficient, or to be more productive, or, minimizing setup, minimizing fixturing. Match what you want to do with these machines with what you can actually do on the machines. We connect that gap. We take the technically possible on that machine and we make the part. Not only do we make it, but we make it collision-free, optimized, and documented. And it's an easily understood solution for your advanced Millturn machines. I was working with a new customer doing their basic training. After 3 days of training, he could program his own parts and get code. And the code was good. If the G code is good, that means the post is good. That means you can use the software and be productive right away. Good G code is easy to use. ESPRIT CAM software supports programming for Millturn machines, Swiss-style CNC lathes, milling centers, turning centers, wire EDM machines, and it supports automation for these machines. Get the most out of your machines. Get the most out of your automation. Get the most out of your programmers. Get ESPRIT. ESPRIT makes the most out of these machines. ESPRIT makes the most ROI for Millturn machines.